Ever pondered what it means to be an adult in a relationship? Does it involve maturity, understanding, or perhaps something deeper? These are questions we've all asked ourselves at some point, and today, we're diving right into the heart of it. To navigate this complex topic, we'll be drawing insights from a brilliant book titled How to Be an Adult by David Richo. This book delves into the journey of human transformation and offers guidance on how to overcome childhood traumas, to live a psychologically healthy and fulfilled life. It emphasizes the importance of understanding the self and the ego, and provides techniques to develop a functional ego. But it doesn't stop there. Richo also explores the integration of the shadow, these unconscious parts of ourselves that we often deny or fear. Today we'll explore 5 key takeaways from this insightful book. Richo says, to be adult means to fully own and embody our individuality and to express it in our personal life. With this in mind, let's delve into a crucial aspect of being an adult, understanding oneself and one's ego. Now you might ask, what does understanding oneself even mean? It's about acknowledging and accepting our strengths, weaknesses, beliefs, motives, and emotions. It's about recognizing our individuality, the unique combination of traits and experiences that make us who we are. It's about being true to ourselves even when the world tells us to be someone else. Now let's talk about the ego. Often portrayed as a villain, the ego is actually a hero in disguise. It's the part of us that helps us survive and navigate the world. It's our self-esteem, our ambition, our resilience. It's the voice inside our head that tells us, yes, I can do this. It's the force that pushes us to stand up for ourselves, to assert our rights, to strive for our goals. It's our personal cheerleader and our fiercest defender. But like any hero, the ego can become a villain if it's not kept in check. An unchecked ego can lead to arrogance, selfishness, and a sense of entitlement. It can make us blind to our flaws and deaf to constructive criticism. It can make us believe that we're always right and everyone else is wrong. It can make us see others as threats instead of allies. It can turn us into a fortress, isolated and invincible, but ultimately alone. So how do we develop a functional ego? First, we need to be aware of our ego, to recognize when it's helping us and when it's hurting us. Second, we need to balance our ego with empathy to consider others' perspectives and feelings. Third, we need to cultivate humility, to accept our imperfections and learn from our mistakes. Fourth, we need to practice assertiveness, to express our needs and boundaries without violating others. And fifth, we need to foster gratitude, to appreciate what we have instead of craving what we don't have. In relationships, a functional ego can be a game changer. It can help us communicate effectively, resolve conflicts constructively, and build stronger bonds. It can help us respect and value our partner's individuality as well as our own. It can help us create a partnership that's balanced and fulfilling, a partnership that allows both partners to grow and thrive. So understanding and managing our ego is the first step towards an adult approach in relationships. Our next takeaway comes from Richo's words, the shadow is the unconscious part of ourselves that we deny or fear. So, what exactly is this shadow Richo speaks of? Picture it as a hidden basement of your mind, a place where all your unexpressed emotions, repressed thoughts, and uncomfortable truths are stored away, like forgotten heirlooms collecting dust. This shadow is not inherently evil, but it can become a source of negativity if left unchecked. It's the part of you that reacts impulsively, that harbors resentment, or that lashes out in anger. But it's also the part of you that holds your creativity, your resilience, and your capacity for deep empathy. The shadow can significantly influence our behaviors, often in ways we don't consciously recognize. It's like an invisible puppet master, pulling our strings from behind the scenes. When we remain oblivious to our shadow, we can unintentionally hurt others and ourselves, creating conflict and distress in our relationships. So how do we step into the light from this shadowy existence? The key is to embrace our shadow, not to shun it. Embracing the shadow means acknowledging its existence, accepting it as a part of us and learning from it. It's like befriending a misunderstood creature lurking in the dark. By integrating our shadow into our conscious self, we can gain a more profound understanding of our behaviors and motivations. This understanding allows us to take control of our actions rather than being controlled by them. Moreover, embracing our shadow can lead to personal growth. It can help us become more authentic, compassionate, and understanding. As we learn to accept our own flaws and fears, we become more accepting of others, leading to healthier, more genuine relationships. In the end, the shadow is not something to be feared or denied. It's an integral part of us that holds valuable lessons. It's a mirror reflecting our deepest selves, and only by facing it can we truly know and accept ourselves. Embracing our shadow helps us to be more genuine and understanding in our relationships. Scene script. Richo draws a parallel between our transformation and Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. Now let's dive into the concept of the hero's journey and how it ties into our personal growth, especially in our relationships. The hero's journey, as conceptualized by Joseph Campbell, is a narrative pattern that involves a hero who goes on an adventure, faces and overcomes a significant crisis, and then returns home transformed. This timeless pattern is not just a storytelling device, it's a metaphor for our psychological and emotional growth. In the context of relationships, we can consider ourselves as the heroes of our own stories. We embark on the adventure of love and companionship, face conflicts and challenges, and hopefully come out on the other side with a deeper understanding of ourselves and our partners. One key aspect of the hero's journey is the idea of letting go of control. This can be a significant hurdle in relationships. We often want to control outcomes, situations, or even our partners. But real maturity comes when we acknowledge that we can't control everything. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting that we can't foresee or shape every outcome. It allows us to be flexible, adaptable, and open to the journey, wherever it may lead. Another crucial element is embracing loss to gain wisdom. Loss, in this context, isn't just about breakups or endings. It's about letting go of old patterns, beliefs, or behaviors that no longer serve us. It's about losing the parts of ourselves that hold us back from growing. Every loss brings an opportunity for learning, for gaining wisdom. It allows us to evolve and be better, not just for ourselves, but for our relationships as well. This journey isn't always easy. There will be ups and downs, triumphs and setbacks, but every step, every challenge, every victory and defeat shapes us. It makes us who we are. And that's the beauty of the hero's journey. It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey itself. Just like the hero, we must embrace our journey, with its ups and downs, to truly mature in our relationships. To be an adult is to let go of illusions, says Richo. Embracing this truth is a pivotal step in our journey towards maturity. It's an invitation to see the world, ourselves and our relationships in their true light. You see, illusions are like smokescreens, obscuring reality and distorting our perceptions. They are the stories we tell ourselves, the false beliefs we cling to, the fantasies we get lost in. They often stem from our childhood experiences and our deepest fears and desires. And while they may serve to protect us from pain or discomfort, they ultimately keep us stuck in a state of immaturity, preventing us from truly connecting with ourselves and others. Let's think about it. How often have we convinced ourselves that we are not good enough, not deserving of love or success? How often have we painted an idealized picture of a partner, ignoring their flaws and our own needs in the process? These are illusions, and they can wreak havoc on our relationships. So, how do we let go of these illusions? It starts with awareness. We must recognize the illusions for what they are, distortions of reality. We must question our beliefs, challenge our assumptions, and confront our fears. We must be willing to sit with discomfort, to face the truth, however painful it may be. Next, we need to cultivate self-compassion. Letting go of illusions can be a challenging process, filled with uncertainty and vulnerability. We must be gentle with ourselves, acknowledging our struggles and celebrating our progress. And finally, we must remember that letting go is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It's a journey of constant growth and self-discovery, of learning and unlearning. It's a commitment to authenticity, to living in alignment with our true selves. By letting go of illusions, we can see ourselves and others more clearly, paving the way for healthier, more adult relationships. We have explored some profound insights from David Richo's How to Be an Adult. Today, we've learned about the importance of understanding ourselves and our egos, and how embracing our shadows, those parts of ourselves we often deny or fear, can lead to personal growth. We delved into the concept of the hero's journey, a transformative process that requires us to let go of control and embrace loss. This journey, as challenging as it may be, is an essential part of becoming an adult, especially in the context of relationships. We also discussed the necessity of letting go of illusions. This means accepting reality as it is and discarding any preconceived notions or expectations that may hinder our progress or cause unnecessary conflicts in our relationships. These key takeaways from Richo's book are not just theories, they are actionable steps we can all take to become more mature and responsible in our relationships. And remember, Becoming an adult in a relationship doesn't mean you have to lose your sense of fun or spontaneity. It simply means being more aware, understanding, and accepting of yourself and your partner. Now, we'd love to hear from you. How do you approach being an adult in your relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments.